Hello, Ace Nation. I am longtime independent wrestling fan Robert. Crossroads 13 from the VFW Hall in Bogota, New Jersey is in the history books, and here are the results of the show. Due to my bus arriving late, I walked in during the opening match and got to see, already in progress, the Brooklyn Outlaw Mike Donovan defeating Siler Andrews. Up next, it was tag team action as the Golden Shower, or is it Showers with an S at the end, Prince Akhenaten and Ultimo Maya defeating, making their ace debut, the Punk Relics, Jaden Vallo and Ugo. Next was our first championship match of the night as the Jurassic Juggernaut Vince Steele defeated Bad Company Danny Pagan to retain the division title. Not content with retaining his championship, Steele came back in the ring and hit Pagan with not one, not two, but three big splashes. In what was set to be a battlefield brawl, Adam Payne went one-on-one with the Devil's Outlaw Stockade. In this match, we saw the use of chairs, a kendo stick. Forgot how Stockade wound up bleeding. Eventually, a barbed wire board was brought into play, and Stockade ended up giving Payne a Death Valley drive through that barbed wire board and pinned him for the victory. And after the match, Stockade wanted to inflict more punishment, but the other referees had come out. And even Mike Morgan, the promoter himself, comes to the ring to help get Adam out of the barbed wire. And at that point, they did go to intermission, which always seems long, and this show, it was no exception. Next, the show resumed with the six-way Fight for Flight matchup, which saw Evander James defeat Kyle Angus, Anthony Gangone, Anthony Silva, Bale of the Duke Boys, and the Master Wes Draven, who made his return to Ace Pro Wrestling for the first time in years. Next up, it was time for the Chance of a Lifetime Rumble. Brooklyn Outlaw Mike Donovan was number one. I do apologize for not getting number two's name, the guy that entered second. But among other participants in this matchup were Johnny Angel, God of Drivers Evander Cross. Everett Cross. Now, Everett Cross, the God of Drivers. Astro Morales. Can't remember who else was in this matchup, but during the match at one point, Adam Payne's music hits. He comes out through the curtain, distracts Stockade, and he gets eliminated. Mike Donovan had gone through the ropes on like two occasions, and he was on the floor, and it was down to him and Astro Morales, and they both wound up over the top rope, and they were both on the apron, and then Donovan eventually managed to cause Astro to hit the floor, and as a result of his victory, Brooklyn Outlaw Mike Donovan now has an opportunity to challenge for any championship in Ace Pro Wrestling in the next 12 months. Next up, we saw King Mega defeat the A-lister Absolute Alvin. And in the main event of the evening, the Bayonne Badass Danny Moff defeated Crowbar to retain the heavyweight championship. Heavyweight championship ending quite a night of Ace Pro Wrestling to show everyone that Ace Pro Wrestling was back after a lengthy absence. Well, personal notes, it was good talking with former ring announcer Kenny during intermission. Great talking with Astro Morales after the show was done. There was a good-looking redheaded lady in the crowd. Damn NJ Transit, because the bus arrived late, and due to having to walk about 10 minutes after getting off the bus, as I mentioned earlier, I was wound up late for the show. And also, when I reached the front of the building, there was a notice right by the door saying to enter through the back. I kind of wish everybody could have been told on Facebook to enter through the back on Leonia Avenue rather than the main entrance on West Shore Avenue to to enter the building. I will say, pretty good crowd was on hand for this, and hopefully many of those fans will return when Ace Pro Wrestling kicks off 2018 with Redemption on Saturday, January 13th. Here are the matches I'd like to see. I'd like to see a return bout between Adam Payne and the Devil's Outlaw Stockade. I'd like to see Astro Morales go one-on-one with Mike Donovan, the Brooklyn Outlaw. Can't really think of anything else I would like to see. As I mentioned to Astro before I did leave, I may take an earlier bus to get out there next time. I also wish there was like a better way to get there by bus. It was due to the show ending. Was it 10:30 the show ended? Because the bus that I took wasn't arriving until 11:45, and I didn't want to freeze out there, so I went to Andy's Corner Bar, which is on Queens Anne Road by Fort Lee Road, right across the street from the bus to head back to New York City. Hopefully the Punk Relics will get to come back to Ace Pro Wrestling in the future. Well, the Battlefield Brawl was supposed to be a 6-man tag team matchup. I wonder why Ricky of the Duke Boys and Jorge Santi were unable to appear. Because I forgot to mention, Steve Pena was in the Chance of a Lifetime Rumble, while Bale of the Duke Boys was in the 6-way match. Black Zemis was in the Chance of a Lifetime Rumble as well. Very nice building, I will say. The VFW Hall is. I wish, long after I got in the building, I wish they could have closed the door because I kept feeling a draft coming in. I did bring my megaphone, and I even brought my drawing board with markers, but due to the fact I was so disgusted and furious about the damn bus holding me back and causing me to arrive late for the show, I decided to heck with it for the night. Hopefully, if I do go, things go well when I return for Redemption on January 13th. I'll be back in full force. But then again, with all those little kids that were really rambunctious for this event here for Crossroads 13, I don't know. Oh, let's see. Well, congratulations to Danny Moff on not only another successful title defense, but it's already been now 13 months since he won the heavyweight championship, which took place at Crossroads 12 back in November of 2016. And obviously he's walking into 2018 as the champion. Vince Steele walking into 2018 as Diamond Division champion. Jorge Santi and Steve Pena, they're walking into 2018 as the tag team champions. Sebastian Cage walking into 2018 as Fight for Flight champion. Glad, I guess due to the hiatus, I don't know. I hope that didn't really. I wouldn't say it took the wind out of Ace Pro Wrestling sales, since this was their first show since Anarchy back in August, and I will miss the Morgan Jr. Arena, which is the Knights of Columbus in Wallington, New Jersey. That was a great place, and I will certainly miss the food that used to be sold there. Darn it. Oh, boy. But, I'm sure with a new year on the horizon, I'm sure Ace Pro Wrestling will get back on track like they always do, and definitely nothing but great things to come.